We are back with the second annual Pathways to Health Equity Symposium, a two-day event dedicated to amplifying the voices of rural and tribal communities and exploring how access to clinical trials can improve community health. If you're looking for a conference to get more involved in rural health or clinical research, this might be just the one for you. Our inaugural event last year left an impact on everyone who participated. But don't just take it from me. This video is interactive. Soon you'll be able to select the option that best represents the type of attendee you'd be at this year's symposium and hear from someone just like you who attended the event last year.
Hi, I'm Erica Woodall, a professor in the Department of Biomedical and Pharmaceutical Sciences at the University of Montana. I'm also the director of the LS Skaggs Institute for Health Innovation, and our focus is to address health inequities for rural and tribal populations across Montana. I was really interested to go to the symposium just to learn about other people's work and types of ways people approach research with underserved and underrepresented communities. The diversity of perspectives we heard at last year's meeting was really wonderful, from academic researchers like myself, to nurses and physicians working with patients in clinical trials, to people working in the pharmaceutical and biotech industry, and then most interesting, I think it was really great to hear from patients and patient advocates also. I think everyone at the meeting was really excited to hear from different stakeholders in these areas so that we can work together to learn what are some of the challenges, but also some of the opportunities for conducting clinical research in rural and tribal communities.
Hi, I'm Ellen Weiss, and I'm emeritus at PCM Trials, a company that does in-home visits, and we do these visits in 80 countries around the world, and I'd like to see some of that expertise and logistical reach here in Montana. I think it's incredibly important for the industry, the pharmaceutical and the research industries, to understand how much of a burden participation in trials has been, continues to be, but shouldn't be in the future. So I am delighted that there is an effort to bring world-class care and world-class trials right here to the 406.
Hi, I'm Mike Salzler. I'm a clinical endocrinologist and clinical researcher, retired from the University of Florida. My prior experience in clinical endocrinology practice and also in national and international clinical trials left me with a deep appreciation of the difficulties and challenges in recruiting, educating subjects, potential volunteers, to engage in clinical trials. This meeting will address the issue of getting knowledge about the clinical trials and involvement in them to rural communities as well as tribal nations.
Hi, my name is Caroline McLean, and I am a program manager for the LS Skaggs Institute for Health Innovation at the University of Montana. One thing I really enjoyed about the symposium last year was the opportunity to hear from community members who are invested in clinical trials and to hear about their personal and professional experiences. The Pathways to Health Equity Symposium brings together researchers, patients, and industry representatives to learn more about the importance of access in rural areas for clinical trials. If you aren't quite sure what you're interested in yet, we're confident you'll find something valuable at this event and urge you to attend.
I think one thing that really came through at the meeting was that access to research is a critical part of care for many patients. As academic researchers, it's really important to understand what are the needs of the communities that you want to work with, what are the health priorities that are important for them to address, and ensure that you're conducting the research in ways that is appropriate for the community, that you're being sensitive to cultural issues, and really making sure that the research team has the best practices in place to conduct the research in an appropriate manner. This year, we're really excited to delve into some of these issues a little more in depth. We have a little bit longer meeting this year, and we're going to really dial in on some of the unique considerations, particularly for tribal populations, around what are issues around data sovereignty and security, and what are best practices for working with tribal communities. So we hope to see you there.
It's not a secret, and it's certainly not unknown or unnoticed, that for decades, trials have pulled from the same populations again and again and again. These tended to be white, they tended to be male, and they tended to be on the younger side. The real research that's happening today needs to be inclusive, not only of all ages, all genders, all orientations, but of all ethnicities. So I'd like to see Montana at the forefront of that sort of industry representation for anyone in the industry looking to come and to learn. This is the masterclass.
So after last year's symposia, it became clear to me that there's a very significant research opportunity for medical information to be disseminated to the population of Montana. If we can develop the systems to efficiently transmit information and to engage members from rural communities and tribal nations in research, the state will become more optimized with regard to its health. And the ultimate goal is to make Montana a healthier place.
One thing that is really meaningful to me about this event is seeing all the different types of patients and providers brought together in one space to have an open and informal dialogue about the importance of clinical trial access to people not only in rural communities, but in often marginalized communities, whether that's economic or cultural, really across the spectrum. And I think that's a really impactful reason to attend this event.
Now that you know a little bit more about us, we'd love to learn a little bit about you. If you have any questions or to just stay up to date on the symposium, fill out your contact information below, or you can simply head to our Eventbrite page and sign up today. Thanks for sharing your information with us. We've just sent an email with more information about the symposium and the link to register directly to your inbox. We hope to see you soon.